Hi everyone, it's 10 with TJ. So, as I said, I'm going to be talking to you all about colour today. So, I put it out on social media and asked you what's your favourite colour, what's your least favourite colour, and I do have some replies to that. So, if you see me reading, I'm reading your responses. So, thank you for getting involved and thank you for getting in touch. So, colour is so important. What you put on your body, what you put in your home, what you surround yourself with can really affect your mood, how you're feeling, and also just how you're presenting yourself, during the day. So there's been a few times when people that I know that have been going into situations where I've just said to, a friend, like, you want to wear this today, you want to wear this color. So for example, if you're going into an interview and you're going to have to do a lot of communicating in that interview, there's going to be a lot of talk or a lot of interaction with people, a good color to wear is blue, because blue is the color from the throat chakra, from here. So this resonates in blue. So shades of blue will tell people how you communicate. So if you find that you wear a lot of baby blue and you're communicating, then you're trying to take a soft approach. Does not mean you're a soft person, because sometimes if you think that when people talk a lot quieter, you have to listen a lot more, don't you? So where someone comes into a room and they're really bold and really loud, you can kind of half listen, but when somebody speaks a lot quieter, then you really have to concentrate. And that's like a baby blue color to me. So it was interesting, some of the colors that you don't like. And it brought back a memory of a beautiful lady that I taught many years ago now. Not that many, but yeah, many years ago. And she was in my class and we were talking about your favorite color and least favorite color. I've been teaching this for so long in my mediumship classes and my psychic classes. And I can't remember what her favorite color was. I can't remember that. But her least favorite color was pink. And it really kind of shocked me. With some people, when they say they don't like pink, I kind of can see that in their energy, and you understand. But I really had to think about this, because this woman was so soft, so beautiful, so warm, so had like a real sort of like mothering energy. So I could not understand why she didn't like the color pink, and it really was a repellent to her, because I said, would you even be able to wear it like in a pair of socks, because you're bringing that color to your energy, which is sometimes what I recommend to people. And she was like, no, I cannot go near it. So anyway, once I started working with her and the group, we started working together, we realized, because pink is the color same as heart. So your heart chakra is green, but it also can resonate as pink as well, and can be represented like rose quartz, is all about the heart and love, not just passion love, but all encompassing love. And my beautiful student, my beautiful lady, had lost her husband, and when we worked out, that's literally when she went off the color pink. So due to such a loss and such a heartbreak and grief, that stopped her wearing pink. So there's certain reasons why we won't like a color. I myself kind of avoid any dark blues. There was a time when I spent a lot of my life in dark blues when I was a younger person, sort of like in my teenage years. I would be wearing blue jeans, dark blue jumper, usually my dad's Pringle that I'd stolen out of his wardrobe, and and it covered me up completely. They were V-neck jumpers that I used to borrow, and but they would come down like almost like nearly my knees, and but I spent a lot of my younger years trying to hide who I was, and I didn't really like to show off that I was a girl, that I was feminine, and it wasn't until later into my 20s, late 30s, that I really started to kind of allow myself to be seen. So I spent a lot of time hiding in dark blue, and also not necessarily resonating with me at that time, but when I see it in someone's aura, dark blue for me is depression. So that's how that kind of resonates with me. So if I'm seeing it in your auric field and I'm being drawn to see it like that, then there's a line of depression as well. So I try and avoid that, because I do know that if I put that color on, I'm hiding. And but you sort of say, if you know me, I do wear a lot of black as well, but black is different. Black is made up of all colors, and I tend to wear that if I'm teaching in a new environment. or if I'm on stage in a new venue that I don't know yet, I'll tend to have red and black, or black on, definitely today pink and black. Because black absorbs negativity, you know, so it almost dispels negativity. And I don't mean that people in my classroom are going to be negative, etc., but it just almost like brings the energy, any nervous energy, any other energy that doesn't belong to me, basically, can be perceived as negative. Even somebody's like really, really good news can make you feel negative, can't it? Because if you're going through a really hard time, someone's like real positivity can become a downer. As much as we'd like to think that, you know, we love people feeling good and we love people feeling happy, if that's going to be like a bit of a trigger for you and bring you down, then that's going to affect your mood and affect who you are. So I tend to wear black when I don't want too many people in my energy, or new people are going to be in my energy. So one of the colors that was interesting, and this was a message from Tess, and Tess says she's not very good with beige, and she's lucky to have dark hair and can carry off quite a few bright colors. And yes, well, I think I have, you've all seen me with many different color hairs, but yeah, dark does really look good with the light, you know, with those bright colors, doesn't it? Bold. She's not a very pink girl either, and not even when she was little. But what I love is she's going through a stage of loving red Puma trainers. So we're not trying to set off the brand here, but red trainers. So she's putting that on her feet, you know. And so beige, no one, you know, beige is kind of like a bit of a blur color, and it was quite fashionable as well over the last year, which is very interesting. As going through COVID and coming out the other side, we're all sort of finding ourselves again. So beige can be very neutral and very non-committal as well. So Tess is definitely a girl that likes to make a commitment. And by wearing these red trainers, you know, that's on her feet, that's sort of like where the energy is flowing through her body. Red, for me, what it means to me is about energy and your own personal power as well. So she's bringing personal power and marching through, you know, she's literally putting on her feet where she's going to be making inroads and steps in her life. So I really love that. I really love that. And Sheila Ryan, one of my beautiful students as well, Sheila, hello, darling. Sheila loves reds and oranges at the moment. And it's interesting she says at the moment, because we do go through certain phases, even in our homes. You know, if you remember a couple of years ago, everyone was having grey in their home, weren't we? Myself included. And I've had to clear that out now because the energy has changed, and I need to make sure I'm not in a bit of a funk, because grey can be like that. And interestingly, Sheila says, no grey. Everyone decorates in grey. Why? It's so dreary. But again, grey is a bit of an in-between colour. And again, you know, energetically worldwide, if you think when we went from COVID, so we were all locked up, you know, we were all sort of like stopped our lives, and we were in a bit of an in-between, you know, so grey represents in-between. So if you find that you were decorating or wearing a lot of grey over the last couple of years, you might find that you are now putting bolder colours, you know, into your home. And like I've been putting some real sort of really bold blues and bold greens into, you know, the personal part of my house. And here you can see I have a lot of pink, I have a lot of red, I have a lot of you know, sort of gentle soft colors as well, so in my office. So I loved that. Royal blue, that seems to be quite a favorite as well. Royal blue, spiritually, is sort of like from your third eye, you know, from your energy as well. So it's about investigating like who you are. So it doesn't necessarily mean you've got to go and learn how to be a psychic or a medium, but it's like you're investigating. So you're opening your eyes to new possibilities as well. That's really cool. And Claire Peak, love this. She says, love magenta. When I was a kid, my favorite color was yellow, but not now. But we grow out of yellow, don't we? Because yellow is seen as a very child color. I mean, I love yellow, but it's also the color of our solar plexus, which is where our energy sits, you know, so just above your tummy button, and that's where our emotional energy sits as well. So people that repel yellow are generally very emotional, or are going through quite an emotional time. But magenta, you know, in the rainbow, you've got the red, orange, yellow, green, etc., etc. But the color we can't see is the magenta. So there is magenta in the rainbow as well. So that is beautiful, Claire, because it means that you're looking for what's unseen at the moment. So a little bit of a reading there, but that's what happens. And Sam and Stephen Smith, sorry, my lovely, said, love green, would never wear grey. Green is about your heart as well. And it also, you can show your heart off in different ways. So paler greens, darker greens. We tend to find that older people like a darker green because it means our heart has survived. It's been through quite a lot. Lighter greens tend to be for younger people that are still investigating their heart. And I love Jack Smith here says, love lemon, yellow, ochre, creams, and white. That's really, really positive as well. White is a colour that is very clear. It means that you like honesty, you like clarity. And also, adding that with the yellow, it means that you love emotional honesty as well. And that's how you like to present yourself. So love, love, love. And greens, when you're repelled against a green as well, there is always something that's gone on with grief or your heart, so those of you that are kind of saying you can't wear green, there's quite a few people that are saying green is a no. It means that your heart has been broken, and that sometimes is not just to do with a partner with that kind of love. It can be the loss of somebody, and you're still grieving. So and also when I talk about loss, there is grief, where someone has passed over and gone on to the other side of life, and there's also life grief as well, where someone was in your life and they're no longer there, but they're still going about their life, but there's no communication, so there's been a door shut on that. So lots and lots of things I could tell you about colour. I'm doing a colour workshop coming up very soon, so if you're interested in that, please check out my website. But my next little TJ10 is all going to be about numbers. So next thing, please send me the numbers that you keep seeing all over the place, and I would like to give you a little shout out and read those for you and give an explanation of some angel numbers. So much love to you all. I hope you've enjoyed listening and watching TJ in 10.